going on, my fellow droneaholic friends? My name is Glenn, and I'm a certified droneaholic. Any of you guys that might have watched my last video seen I was on the other side of Sylvan Lake, and I was just doing some flying, cool flying, cruising around, looking at all the white stuff, because that's all I have in Canada is white. But I flew it over to my dad's cabin in Osmo Bay and hit return to home. And when I hit return to home, it kept trying to climb over the legal limit, which is 111 meters, 400 feet. It kept trying to climb up and then fly back. I did it twice, and both times it tried to climb, and I had it set to 50 meters. You can see in the video, during my safety check, it was at 50 meters, the return to home height. So, yeah, according to DJI, because I was fishing in my shack and it was nice and warm, my batteries were, my drone were in my truck, and it was minus 8 degrees Celsius. I didn't think that that would be a problem, but according to DJI, that could be the issue. We're gonna put that to the test today. I wanna try a couple things. I want to fly over to the lighthouse and do a master shot, but I wanna do it in FPV mode. And then I'm gonna hit return to home, and we're gonna see if it tries to climb outside my 50 meter set zone. So yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see a master shot in FPV mode and see if it even makes a difference. It should, but we'll see. Anyways, let me get the batteries plugged in. They're nice and warm. They've been in my truck, and I'm nice and warm. So I'll get it plugged in, get everything connected, fly it over there, do a master shot, hit return to home, and let's see what happens. Let's do a safety check. Sorry, I should have done this. Safety. There's my return to home at 50, as you can see. Max altitude should be set for like 115, should be good. Let's go. Battery. All right. So, and I also want to put it in FPV mode. FPV flight mode. And there we go. We're gonna rip now. I'm at 30 meters. That should be good. I don't got a lot of battery. I didn't charge it before. Look at that. I love it. Let's whip over there quick. Get it into sport. Cruising over to the lighthouse. And the reason I'm not recording yet is because I want to do that master shot. There's the lighthouse. We're gonna cruise right over to the lighthouse. I'm a big fan of FPV mode now, guys. Alright, so we're gonna take it down a bit, back off a bit. Get it kind of centered. I'm in sport and I don't want to be. Right there is our target. There's a master shot. Okay, good. I've got my target right there. And here we go. Master shot. In FPV mode. It's going to move until it gets a GPS lock, I think. Adjusting aircraft position. There we go. Yeah, and now it's got a see how it went to a GPS mode? Now I'm doing a droney, but it's in FPV mode, and I just want to know if that makes a difference. Or if it's just going to automatically go into camera drone kind of regular style. Yeah, I don't see any tilting or FPV style, which is unfortunate. That's kind of what I wanted it to be doing. Circle far. I could probably do point of interest with a in FPV mode. That would be kind of cool too to try. Close circle. Kind of cool with the town of Sylvan Lake in the background. Circle medium. We're about 3/4 of the way done. Oh, now we're doing the old rocket. Camera down, fly forward. These master shots are pretty darn cool, guys. It's got a pretty accurate lock on with the GPS too. Camera down and circle, that's kind of cool. We're almost getting her wrapped up here now. And camera straight and descend. I hope it's not going to land on top of it. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That is a cool shot. Master shot complete. So everything else seems to be working perfectly fine. It returned exactly to where I started. It's just the whole the return to home thing is what I'm kind of freaked out about. Let's get back into just recording video and do some FPV stuff here. Get her up into sport. And we'll stay away from people, but I want to get out kind of lower to the ice. Well, it's not acting like FPV mode here. Oh, it switched out of, by itself, it switched out of FPV mode. Let's get about a meter off the ice. There we go, let's rip it. We're ripping. FPV. Man, that looks so cool. Especially when you're close to the ice like that. That's so just ripping, man. Yeesh, that's too low, I think. Wow, that's like 75 kilometers an hour in FPV mode. That close to the ice, it's a little bit spooky. Oh man, it's scaring me because it's so friggin' close to the ice. Oh. Where's my home point? I'm quite a ways away. There, let's rip it. What are your guys' thoughts on FPV mode? I think it looks friggin' cool. I'm like 3 feet off of the ice, so alright. It still feels like I'm gonna hit at any time though. Click it into normal. Not quite so fast in normal mode. Oh, it's telling me downward. It's got to stay in sport or it's not gonna work. Three feet off of the ice. Now we're up a bit. We're gonna try that return to home now though. Eight meters, that's pretty high. It's not as much fun when you're 8 meters above the ice. Now we're back to 3. I think we're lower than that, but friggin' cool. Friggin' cool. Head towards the lighthouse. Ripping. There's the shadow of the drone on that. That looks cool, eh? You can see the shadow of it. All right, guys, let's try the return to home. I got 42% battery. Let's see if it's gonna go above the 50 meters. It looks like it wants to go up already, but it's set to 50. Okay, that's a little better. All right, so that must have been what it was, guys. It had to have been, the battery was cold, like DJI said. Even though it was only -8, it didn't even climb up to 50. It only went to 13, but that's because it knows there's no obstacles in the way, so. That's a little bit more, that's a little encouraging. I was a little bit concerned, folks. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Camera down. Yeah. So the wind took it right away from taking off from my hood. So it's not gonna land on my hood. I am gonna stop that and catch it, and you guys can watch me. Another perfect 3-point landing. I'll tell you what, folks, that FPV mode when you're like a meter off the ice is intense. I really like that. I'm kind of a FPV freak right now. I don't have an FPV drone, but these are good enough for me. I would probably smash, destroy, and crush a regular FPV drone because it's just not my thing. I have no experience with it, with the goggles, with any of that. Anyways, guys, I think we figured it out. The battery was cold. I know when you're flying out in the cold, it produces its own heat while it's being used, so I don't think it's a problem as long as it's not quite -10 degrees Celsius. But the fact that it was in my truck at a steady -8 degrees Celsius before I plugged it in the drone and then just took off with a cold battery, not smart. But yeah, according to DJI, that could have been why it was acting up. So maybe problem solved. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends, and I will see you on the next one. Kapow!